After a few months overseas for work, I was eager to return to my family's old lake cabin, a quiet piece of paradise that had been in our name for over 70 years. Nestled at the tip of a private inlet, it was one of the only original cabins left untouched by the surrounding HOA development that popped up over the last decade. As I pulled into my gravel driveway, the sun glinting off the lake, I noticed a woman standing near my dock, with her arms crossed and a scowl locked in.
Ow.
I didn't even get a full step out of my truck before she stormed over. "You're trespassing," she snapped. "This area is HOA only now?" That cabin was abandoned for months, and we assumed it was up for reassignment. I blinked. "This cabin is mine. Always has been. I've got the deed, the taxes are paid, and you're standing on my dock." She scoffed. "I'm the HOA president, and unless you prove ownership right now, I'm calling the police." I calmly offered to show her the paperwork, but she was already dialing. Within 15 minutes, 2 officers showed up. I greeted them with a smile and handed over the documents' full ownership. Clear boundaries and records that not only confirmed the cabin belonged to me, that the entire shoreline running along the back of the HOA's neighborhood was technically on my property. The officers apologized and left. Karen, on the other hand, looked like she'd swallowed a lemon, and that's when I decided it was time to deal with the bigger issue. You see, while I was gone, the HOA had quietly constructed a shared lake access dock that partially extended onto my land. They didn't ask. They didn't file. And worst of all, they'd been using my private inlet as their community's only water access for swimming, boating, everything. So I did what any calm, law-abiding landowner would do. I hired a surveyor, filed the violation with the county, and then legally had a barrier fence installed right at the shoreline. Nothing dramatic, just enough to block access. And within the week, their HOA dock was deemed encroaching and ordered dismantled. Karen tried to fight it, of course, but once she learned the judge reviewing the case was an old friend of my grandfather's, the original owner of the land, she backed down without a peep. Now the only splash, Karen. Here's is the sound of her own regret. Want more HOA justice served cold? Subscribe to HOA Karen Karma now.